we can chit chat or whatever.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Okay, it says we're live. There's normally a delay on YouTube. Love that. So I'm just going to check to make sure. I have shared our sprint far and wide. So hopefully people will pop into the chat soon. Okay, let's see. Yes, it says we're live. Boom.
There it is. That's good.
Okay. Hi, Silver. Before I get into saying hi to everyone who comes in, Sara, do you want to introduce yourself?
I can try. I always feel like I don't do this super well, but I'm Sara Lubratt. I make YouTube videos here on YouTube, obviously, about writing and trying to write a book for realistically the first time that this has ever gone like beyond a first draft, and hopefully eventually my path to publication. We are not quite there yet. The pandemic's kind of throwing a wrench in that, but yeah. And then I live stream every weekend. So that's me.
Yes. Her channel's awesome. It's linked down below. She has great videos. She recently did one where she is reading lines from her Project EE that people asked for. So that was fun to watch. So you should watch that, but all of her other videos too. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author of young adult paranormal romance. I make videos about my writing and musical theater. And then 3 times a week for the rest of the month of October and for the month of November, I will be hosting sprints 3 times a week on my channel, Wednesday mornings, Friday nights, like tonight, and Sunday mornings. And that's because I am volunteering with the Mighty Pens, which is, I live in the city, apologies, which is an organization that does fundraising for an organization every year for NaNoWriMo and a different one. And this year it is Every Mother Counts. It was created by authors Kat Brower and Susan Dennard. I don't know why I said Suzanne. I know that's not her name. Susan Dennard. So yeah, I have the link to that in the description down below too, if you would like to sign up. You don't, to sign up, you need to make a $10 donation to NaNoWriMo, but then you are eligible to win prizes, depending on how many words you write in the month of November.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there are like critiques being donated by agents and editors, and then there's like a pen and a pin and cool stuff. The prizes are still being determined right now, so I don't have a full list off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
Hello, Silver. Hello. Okay. I know Kate Kavanaugh asked earlier today how to pronounce your name, but I had to leave the Twitch stream early, so I don't remember if you said I think you said it was pronounced like Sara. So I'm going to say that, and if I'm wrong, correct me, but I think I remember you telling her it's pronounced like Sara rather than Zara. So
that's such a cool name, though. I love that.
Yeah, I like the spelling. Hello, Stephie. Love seeing you. I've poached Stephie as a fan from Kate Kavanaugh. I say poach. It's not like she's no longer a fan of Kate Kavanaugh, but she now comes to like all my streams.
Her.
Hello, Amelia. Hi, Silver again. I guess hello, Silver's cat. Because there are moments where she gets to hold me hostage for cuddles. This is 3 hours long, so I think your cat's gonna love me. Sorry for you though if you ever have to move. Hi, Javesha. Nice to see you. Hello, Azure. Okay, so the first sprint is gonna be with I'm trying it, like the ring light always gets in the way, with the purple oak. As always, my co-host picked the tree, and for people who don't know how to use the plant together mode, at the top of the plant home screen in the Forest app next to the flame icon, there's an image of like one person or multiple people, and if it shows one person, you tap on it and then you turn on plant together mode. And then at the bottom of the screen, you will get the options create room and join room. And all of you who are viewing this will click join room because I'm the one creating the room. I don't give that explanation every single time. Like sometimes I forget and I'm like, you know what? There might be new people.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I appreciate that.
Hi, Kelly. Hello, Jacqueline. Yeah, she probably is my first feline fan. I don't know if I have any dog fans. I don't think I can call my own dog my fan because she hates coming on camera. She loves attention, but whenever I pick her up, she's like, the light is too bright. What is happening? Put me down, human.
That's amazing.
You don't have any pets right now, Sarah, right?
No, just me in my apartment. I keep trying to convince like one of my friends or my brother who lives like nearby to get like a dog or something so that I can like be like a godparent to a pet without like
the responsibility.
Yeah, like full responsibility for another living being. Like I'm not in that place right now.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, the code is on screen. If anyone needs me to read it out, because I learned that a few weeks ago when I had a co-host who needed me to read it out, the code is 3CJH4GM. I'll read it out one more time. It is 3CJH4GM. Jacqueline's going to be getting a load of laundry in. So what are people working on tonight? Definitely for the first sprint. Are you working on DE or are you letting it sit a bit more before Nano starts, or like what's up?
Well, supposedly I was going to start draft 3 on October 1st, which I clearly missed that deadline because I'm still plot fixes, which is probably what I'll be working on today. Like I'm doing like big picture plot fixes. Sort of, and like world building and whatnot, so that when I go back through in draft 3, I actually know what I'm talking about. So
are you taking notes about that stuff, or are you like actually going in and revising tonight?
I've like pulled out the issues and now I like have that in a separate document and I'm like brainstorming for it.
Okay, cool. Hi, Renata.
What are you working on today?
Me, I'm trying to outline the sequel in my new adult sci-fi trilogy, because I wrote the first book during the last 2 Camp Nanos in 2020. And then I put up my Nano project for a vote, and this didn't win, which is fine with me. The one that won is a young adult dystopian, and I'm very excited because it's a project that I haven't worked on in years, and it's also a standalone, which is a nice break. But I kind of plan to publish the new adult sci-fi trilogy, like kind of in the start of the year, like 2021. So like I should try to get the outline of the second one done sooner rather than later. My outline for my young adult sci-fi has been done since 2017. So like, that's why.
Wow.
I started the project in 2015 in high school for my senior creative writing thesis. I didn't have to take English for 4 years. I could switch for that. So I loved the project, but then I was like working on revising my first book to release it in the version that's available to purchase now, because I published it in high school.
Oh, wow.
Just the first part, because I thought the first one. So this book was initially going to be its own trilogy, like books 1, 2, and 3. And I'd written all 3, and I self-published the first one. And then I was like, book 3 is really weak. Let me like revise it onto one book. And then I wrote like the other 2 books for the side characters. So I haven't touched this young adult dystopian in forever. People are in the room. So yeah, that's what I'm working on tonight and what I'm working on in November.
Very cool.
Renata's going to eat dinner for the first sprint, but I urgently need to work on my Preptober. Yeah, I think everyone urgently needs to work on their Preptober, even if they've been working on it this whole month. Like,
I always feel like November gets here so fast. Like, there's never enough time to do like a full Preptober, even though I know it's a full month. It's like, it's never long enough. It's just never long enough.
To me, before the end of like July, everyone starts talking about November. I'm like, we have time. And then October gets here and I'm like, I can do it. And then November's here and I was like, I did not do it.
Yep, so I know. I'm in the same exact boat.
So this is the first time where I'm like, okay, I actually have the outline done ahead of time. So my Preptober like wasn't really Preptober for my Nano project, but it was like a Preptober for Nano because I had to get everything else in my life in order so I can do
Yeah, for sure.
Silver's doing character design again. Awesome. Or continuing to do it. Kelli working on Breath of the Wild and making progress in getting off that damn plateau. Is that your what month? We just talked. It's October. So is this your October mini? It's not your other projects that I know of. So I think it's your October mini. I might be wrong. Unless you added another like major project to your plate and I missed it. Which is totally possible because I've had like final projects left and right this week. So trying to work on my movie. Ooh, like editing, filming, screenwriting, any of those is really cool. If you want to tell us more about it in the comments, let me know. Brainstorming the plot for a shiny new idea I got last week. Shiny new ideas is such a thing.
Oh, I suffer from that so hard.
When you made your list of like story ideas that you wanted to do a few videos back, I don't remember the number. I'm sorry. I didn't do enough homework on your channel before the night started.
So fine.
Your number, I was like, yeah, my list is crazy.
Yeah, it's like 15, and those are just the ones that are like have enough plot concepts that I could actually do something with it right now. Whereas like there's a bunch of other ones that like there's no plot for yet. It was a hot mess, but like also inspiring.
Yeah. Oh no, totally. I get both of those. Silver, I promise to try not make everyone feel old this time. So Silver was on my stream on Wednesday when Grape Fry was my co-host, and I'll get back to Grape Fry's comment in a minute. And I was asking what people were working on, and Silver goes, "Oh, I'm researching the 1990s," and we all just cracked up. We're like, researching the 1990s makes it sound so much older, and we're like, we know it's 30 years ago, but like at the same time, it feels like it was yesterday.
That's wild,
right? I know. Grape Fry said, Devasia, I always switch between like I know the name of the person. Do I call them by their name or their username? And then I like am not consistent within the stream. I apologize. Devasia said next year I'm going to start prepping in like August.
Smart.
Yeah. Very smart. We should make a pact with each other because I feel like I've made that like promise to myself before and that I still don't do it. So
that's hilarious.
Breath of the Wild is apparently a video game, so I was way off. I don't game, as you can tell, so I didn't know. To help decompress from my mental health. That's important. Take care of yourself.
For sure.
Yeah, Silver knew. I didn't. Azure is currently writing a movie that I hope to film next year during my gap year. Oh, so you're
that's
still
cool.
in high school? Or are you taking a gap year between like college and grad school or something?
Or college and working.
Yeah. I realize now that there are lots of options to do a gap year. I just haven't taken any, so.
No, I wish I had, though. I like don't know what I would have done, but I wish I had.
Yeah. In my family, it was all like, you're not like doing a gap year. And it's like, and then once I had to take basically a year off for mental health, I didn't do a gap year, but I eventually took a year off. And it was like, oh, that was so good. And then all my cousins were like, oh, yeah, I wish I'd been able to take a gap year. And I'm like, well, you all could have advocated for me to get one. But at the same time, I knew if I'd taken one, I might not have wanted to go to college. Because I love learning, but like I don't necessarily love school. I love my grad school program because it's all stuff I'm interested in learning and the teachers are great. So I actually like school maybe for the first time in my life. But like, you know, if I hadn't gone right to college, I don't know if I ever would have wanted to.
That's why my parents didn't let me take one, is they're like, we know you hate school enough that if you take a gap year, you're not going to go back. And I was like, you know what? That's probably true.
Yeah, I think it was a subconscious thing. Like, I don't think I totally understood that, but like I knew my mom wasn't going to let me take a gap year, nor was anyone else in my family. So I was like, okay, whatever. Devasia doesn't care whether I call her by her name or her username. So cool.
Can I ask a Grape Fry a question really quick though? I want to know, you've probably talked about this in a video, but I want to know what the story behind the name is.
Yeah, I also want to know.
Because her Instagram name is like
How to eat fried grapes.
How to eat fried grapes. Okay, I thought it was I like to eat fried grapes. Whatever it is, I just have questions. I want to know.
Yes, if you would be so inclined to let us know. I will probably read that comment though after the first sprint because I want to get that in a moment. Sure. Between last year of high school and college, I was senior in high school. Sorry for not explaining. No, I mean, I think when most people hear gap year, they assume that. But as Sarah pointed out, there are other options. So we didn't want to assume. Kelly and Okay Weird or Okay Word. I assume it's Okay Weird. Said leave a like if you haven't already, which would be much appreciated. It really helps my channel. As Sarah says in every one of her videos, that liking a video helps with the YouTube algorithm, which may or may not be a dirty word within a YouTube video, but that's okay.
I say it every time, so
she got monetized, so I'm assuming it's okay.
Something's working. I don't know if it's that or not. But
by the way, congratulations on getting monetized. I can now say it to your face, even though there's a camera between us.
Thank you. It was very exciting. I'm still not over it.
I wouldn't be over it either. Let me get the counter timer up on screen. Because not everyone uses the Forest app. When I have new people on my channel, I always go like right for the chit chat, and I'm like, I should put the timer up too. Okay, so we're gonna start the first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. that's the end of the first sprint. How did people do? It went by fast.
It did. That was really quick. I did some
Sometimes it goes forever,
Sorry.
and other times it just.
No, go ahead. I think we're lagging between the two of us, but go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, I was just gonna mention what I had done, which was I was working on naming characters.
Any cool ones you want to share, or are they all secret?
I haven't like picked which ones I want to use yet, so I'm not gonna share them quite yet.
Fair. I'm going to set up the next room so I don't forget. If you are in the current forest room and this is your first time using it, you need to click the arrow at the top left of your screen to leave the old room to be able to enter the new room. Let's see. People, let me know in the comments how you did this sprint. I started outlining the second scene in the first chapter. So I made some progress, but I also had to give my dog some medicine. She had 4 teeth extracted yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
She's okay, but we were like not expecting it. So yeah, she's a little bit miserable. But
is she loopy or is she just miserable?
She was like really out of it yesterday,
Okay.
But they're like, oh, like they might be, like have bad coordination, and her coordination was like the same, except my mom and I would talk to her, and she kind of wouldn't like look at us immediately, like so she was just really slow.
Yeah.
But today's season was almost back to normal.
Okay, well that's good.
Silver said, I want to try a fried grape. It sounds interesting. I mean, it's probably tastier than a raisin. That's all I gotta say, right? Because it's fried. Devasia said, I've never talked about it in a video, but it's a nickname from middle school. My best friend already had the nickname Pickle, and she gave me the name. That's cute. And I continued using it all these years because I suck at thinking of usernames. I think How to Eat Fried Grapes username came when I reread How to Eat Fried Worms for nostalgia's sake.
That's funny.
I thought it was punny. I'm like, hi, Regina. Thank you for coming. Azure, I took off my deep focus mode while in a group sprint. Will it mess anything up? I'm not sure. I've never tried it. I would maybe not try it now because people definitely come to my sprints for the trees.
No,
and my co-host, but you know, I wanted to make my book Twitter Grape Fries of Wrath, but that was too many characters. Yeah, I get why they limit the number of characters, but it's annoying.
And like 15 is like such a specific number that I'm like, why exactly 15 for a Twitter username?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Great. Devasia replied to Regina, Grape Fries of Wrath is a total genius. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm sad you can't use it. You could do it on your Instagram if you wanted. I should be working. I'm listening to my smallest dog bark about protecting his biscuit. Hard to concentrate. Who's he protecting the biscuit from? He has 10 pounds of personality and attitude. My baby is 15 pounds and 15.6 pounds. Her mom was kind of big and her dad was bigger. So like normally her breed should be like maximum like 14-ish. But the vet's like, oh, her parents were bigger. It's fine. But she runs the house and she knows it, which is the bummer part.
That's funny.
Stephie did fairly well. I transferred my plot onto flashcards, and now I'm in the middle of counting my words for Milwordy. Cool. Use physical flashcards.
I did, yes.
for DE when you were doing the different points of view and then you were distributing?
There was just something really satisfying about writing it down. I know it's wasting paper, but like it's just really satisfying.
No, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm outlining, like I have the snowflake method and I outlined individually by character. So that's the female character.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the male character. But like right now I'm working on making this into like a chapter by chapter and a scene by scene outline. And that's where they're combining.
Interesting.
Because I think if I had to write the whole story, like not the whole, you know what I mean? Like from each of their perspectives and then combine it, I think I would like kind of go crazy because part of my writing process is like knowing that like, oh, I need this to happen for this character and then I can jump to this other character's reaction and like kind of sync them up in a way. Like not in like some of the romance novels I read where like they use the exact same sentence but like change the pronoun like from one perspective to the other. And it's like, I get what you're doing, but like I don't want to read the same sentence twice. But it's like they're talking to each other. And I don't think I would get that as well if I wrote them separately and then put them together.
That makes sense.
I'm going to type the next code in really soon. So get ready, people. I need to work on names for my side characters. For side characters, if it's not like in a weird world, I normally just use the Scrivener name generator feature.
Oh, I didn't know it had one.
Yeah, it's Scrivener. I think it's edit, writing. Yeah, Scrivener, edit, writing tools, and then name generator.
Very
One
cool.
time I got Hamilton and then Alexander as last names for two different names because I always have them generate a first and last name, but they were right on top of each other. I was like so close to being.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I took a screenshot like the total nerd I am. Wattpad Spooky Writing Sprints Halloween special later at 1 p.m. I guess on their channel. They, I think you were on my sprint on Wednesday and also talked about a sprint that you were hosting. 16 was too many, 14 was too few. Letters in your username for Twitter?
Oh, maybe?
Like the fact that it's 15 that we were talking about?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Devesha got pizza. Cool.
Yum.
Cool. I forget. Are you vegan? Okay. I was like, I know RP Winters is, and I couldn't remember if you were vegetarian or vegan. That's why I was asking.
Vegan. And like RP and I did a stream where like he made a banner that just said "We is vegan." And I was like, okay, that's cool. Nice.
That sounds like something he would do.
Yep, totally.
Don't worry, you're not alone. I've used Ashley for everything since I was little. It just stuck since. Okay, using like consistent usernames. My usernames all over the internet are like not really consistent just because of like, for some reason, when I did my Facebook page URL, Zara Hoffman wasn't available. But like as a profile, I was the first Zara Hoffman on Facebook apparently, but there are others now. But for my Facebook page, I did author Zara Hoffman. And then on Twitter, I did author ZH to try and like relate to that. But like no one really knows what it is. But it's been years. And I feel like if I change it now, I have to change it everywhere. And I don't know, I'm too lazy about that. Even though like, once I shared what the new username is, people would come. But I also like never want to do Zara H because then people have misspelled my name before. And I'm like, no, I don't want to reinforce that. So yeah, like Instagram is my only place where it's just Zara Hoffman because on my on my personal YouTube account that I deleted like over the summer just because it was getting way too crazy with the watch later list. And once I decided I wanted an author too, I was like, I don't want two separate YouTube accounts. I think that one I had claimed Zara Hoffman for, so I had to change this one to like Zara Hoffman author too. So I'm all over the place. Hi, Nia, sorry, it sounded like I didn't say that correctly. I did. I hope your day went well. don't know if you're grading homework tonight during any of the sprints or if you're just getting to work on your stuff. I hope you are. She has a series of, oh my God, it's either 4 books and a like a prequel, or it's 5 books plus a prequel. I can't remember which it is.
Wow, but either way.
Yeah. Yummy. In response to the pizza, I was like, fried grapes? No, pizza was the last comment. Nia said, I'm learning StreamYard. Cool. And getting ready to do some scene outlines for my nano. A lot to do today. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. StreamYard is pretty laggy, but also the chat just moves really quickly. So no worries. Ashley telling me, you tell me your name isn't Ashley Shook. I mean, there are people on AuthorTube, and they're like, oh yeah, this is my pen name. And I'm like, I never would have known it sounds like a real name. So
Is Zara Hoffman?
Yeah. It's my
real name. Okay.
It's my real name. I have a pen name for something else, but I haven't published anything under that yet. Whereas, like, you know, Kate Kavanaugh, like, it is a pen name, but she's going to be publishing under a different pen name first. And like, I'm dying to know what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I was also blown away because I think she totally looks like a Kate. And so when she said she wasn't, I was like baffled.
Yeah. I was like, I've only known you as Kate, but it's not like, I don't know. I feel like there's some like pen names where like, it's clearly a pen name, but like, you're not going to like think about it. Whereas I was like, Kate Kavanaugh, totally buy that it's a normal name. Okay, the code is 3YRTU3P. 3YRTU3P. Hi, Stig. What are you working on tonight? Most of the people in the chat have already shared, so I'm curious. We've already talked about panicking because it's Preptober is ending really quickly.
I mean, I feel like you're doing Milwordy, right? You're doing full Milwordy.
Me? Well, I'm doing full Milwordy, but I'm not going to win a full Milwordy.
Okay, I was going to ask you how it was going.
Oh, I can pull it up. I vastly underestimated how much writing I'd be doing for my grad school, because if I had known that, I think I would have said like, oh, I'll do a half Milwordy and then probably still fallen short, but like it would have been more realistic. But I thought I'd be writing left and right because it's for publishing, so wouldn't that make sense? But no, most of it's reading and talking about it, and then my assignments aren't that writing heavy, surprisingly, as of so far.
Interesting.
Next semester that might change, but this semester it's not. So currently, okay, I should have finished last month with 83,000 something, and I finished at less than 1,500, like 14.8 thousand. So like not nothing, but like not anywhere near where I needed to be.
Sure.
And so far I'm at 8,000 words for this month. So
solid.
Yeah. I'm just like, you know what? This goal, like if I had tried to do this like last year, I would have been like killing myself every day or beating myself up like when I didn't need it. But this goal, ironically, has been like, okay, you're trying to write as much as possible. Like, you know, so I'm writing more consistently and more than like I would have if I haven't been trying this goal. But I've accepted that I'm not going to win this goal.
That's fair. I'm doing half Milwordy, and I decided like after it had started to like include like rereading, and that's the only reason. Yeah, like I'm spending a solid amount of time on it, and it's improving my story, so why shouldn't I count it? So I did 55,000 last month, but this month I'm like at like 6,000 or 8,000, and I'm like, cool. It's fine. I am just going for progress. That's it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not counting rereading just because I don't know. I feel like if I haven't done anything new to it, like I don't want to count it. I'm only counting fresh new words. Like, so if I write a word and then I delete it later, like I'm still counting the word. And if I'm revising or editing and adding words, but delete more, so it's like a net loss, I'm still counting all the words I wrote. And then I'm counting everything for school, social media, newsletter, outlining words, not just drafting, editing, whatever. So anything that's not a text message and not, anything that's not a text message, I'm counting. Okay, everyone's in the room. I'm going to start the next sprint soon. Kate is her middle name. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did she say that in the Patreon exclusive stream? Because I was there for that, but I wasn't like really listening because I had other people over. So I wasn't like fully attentive during that stream or during this morning because I was working on a project I have with a classmate of mine due on Tuesday. So yeah, if she said it recently, I probably missed it, but that's interesting to know. Regina Duke is my pen name because I started publishing. There were 15 other indie authors with my real name. Wow.
Wild.
Shut up. Okay. Renata's back from dinner. Cool. We're about to start the next sprint. No lie, I got Ashley from Pokemon Ash's Ketchum. Cool.
Oh, did you mute yourself? Okay, I'll read the comment then.
I was just waiting for the sirens to go.
Funny.
You can still read the comment.
I didn't know how long it was going to take, so I was just going to keep talking so it wasn't like sitting up here awkwardly and quiet and stuff.
You can read the comment if you want to.
Oh, sure. Stig said it was either Stig Drydoll or Dewdrop Honeydew as a pen name. Those are great.
And Devasia said I would have voted for Dewdrop Honeydew. Good thing I didn't put it up for a vote. I think it would be hilarious, and I think if you wanted to write like parody or comedy or something, and that's like a different genre than what you're writing under this pen name, you could pick that as a pen name.
Oh, definitely. Like that's great.
Prepping for Nano, so outlining for days, and Renata agrees that it's a mood. So is Panic. My Nano is the first book of my fantasy series, 3 books and a prequel. Okay, so 4 altogether as of right now. Series have a way of expanding. We'll see. Is DE part of a series? I can't remember. My brain's probably fried.
Technically, yes, but I don't know if it's going to be 3 or 5 books yet.
Just skipping 4.
No, like, okay, but like the way that it breaks down, like with time, it either makes sense to happen in 3 larger books or in 5 smaller books. And I don't know how I actually want to split it up.
I'm teasing you. I mean, as a reader, I actually can't say which I prefer more. It depends, like, what's in each book. Because I'm someone who I'm someone who will read a giant book in a day. Almost, it's like a book. I don't know, the plot's really intense, and I like need to take breaks, which I try not to do. I like to like start and then just keep going. But if it were like shorter ones, I would have each book because it's like, I read them faster. Dewdrop would have been the pen name if I wasn't using my real name for legal reasons. This is a joke. See, that's so cool. I always wanted to do a series, but I think the maximum I can do, the comments just jumped, is a duology. I think it depends on the type of story you're telling, and also like there are series that are standalones. Like my trilogy they're all linked, and if you read either of these without reading this one, you like spoil the plot of this one. But like they're kind of all standalones, and if you listen to Jenna Moresi, you would actually say that these are companion novels to this because it's kind of like told from a different perspective. Or this is the most sequel-y because the timeline doesn't overlap at all with the other two. And then there are series where it's like, no, the whole series has one overarching plot, and each individual book should also have plots. So I like reading both. My new adult sci-fi is overarching plot, which is my first time writing one like that. So it's different than writing my first trilogy. I'm assuming yours is an overarching plot, Sarah.
It is, but that's like the hard part is that I also want to traditionally publish this one. Even though I'd be a hybrid author, probably like this book, I think would be really good in traditional publishing. But the hard part is making the book enough of a standalone that if the rest of the series doesn't get picked up, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I got
Which
you.
Sucks.
Yeah. Hello, Sin. Thank you for coming. We're about to start the second sprint soon. I keep saying that. I promise. We will start it at 8, which is in 2 minutes. The code again is 3YR TU3P. I'm scrolling through to find the comment. There we go. It's up on screen if people want to get in before I started at 8. Okay. Sig said, but at the end of the day, I'm narcissistic and want to see my name on the book. Totally fair. Nia is also doing Half Mil Wordy, but starting in January, so it will be a calendar year. So I hope to get a lot done in the series, but I'm counting words from my comic and other works in progress. Yeah, she's a visual artist too, so she draws her characters and is doing a comic strip. And
that's so freaking cool.
No, not a comic strip, but like a comic. Yeah, a graphic novel comic thing. Sin said, if my memory serves correct, Kate has a video where she talks about her pen name. Yeah, no, I know that it's her pen name, but someone said that like she recently said it was her middle name, and I didn't remember hearing that. Holly Davis is here after dinner. Yay, ready to work on my outline. I'm also working on my outline. Not for Nana, though. Nia also likes Dewdrop Honeydew Stig. You might have to, change your pen name. Silver agrees. I would read something written by Dewdrop Honeydew. I have a romance plot idea, Stig writes. Might go for Dewdrop Honeydew. And is currently writing sci-fi and fantasy under Stig.
Nice.
Yeah, I would do that. Split it based on genre.
Stig definitely works for sci-fi for sure.
100%. It's 8 o'clock, so I'm going to start the sprint, and then I'm going to leave this comment up because I think it's hilarious. So we're going to start the sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Happy productivity, everyone. that's the end of the second sprint. I had forgot to set the on-screen timer, and then I realized it and then set it to match the forest timer, and then someone killed the tree. So bummer.
A lot happened during that.
I know. I'm like, wow, that's a really eventful 20 minutes.
No kidding.
How'd you do, Sara?
So, I sat down to work on naming stuff, but then I didn't want to work on naming stuff. And so now I'm working on trying to figure out what my November videos are going to be, because I've been trying to roughly plan out, not necessarily what days things are going up, but like the ideas that I want to do in a month for my videos.
That makes sense.
And so I'm starting with that, and I still need several video ideas, but I was like looking through my list. But that's what I was up to.
You saying that reminds me, I need to write a script for my video for next week. Finish writing it, because I want it. It's about Wicked the musical, and I want to get it up in time for their 16th anniversary on Broadway. I would make it 15th, cool. But that was last year, so
that's really cool though.
Then, yeah,
nice.
Oh my God, living in the city, there's never silence when I'm live streaming. There's like silence most of the day, and then it's like I'm live streaming and boom, noise.
That's funny.
Kelli, I think that's how you pronounce the last half of your name. Came in. Hello. Lizzie came in. I'm going to be finished with my book tomorrow. Congrats. That's awesome. I see Lizzie a lot in Sarah Sutton's live stream, so I've like been seeing the progress of certain rom-com-y scenes. That means I have one day to plan my next book. Why one day? You have like time before November 1st, unless you want to start writing your next book immediately before November 1st. In which case, yeah, I guess you would have one day. I don't know. One day seems...
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. It's like I would give yourself more time. Disney Panda came in. Hello again. Nice to see you. Have come back to another stream of mine. Yes, that is really cool, Lizzie. Lizzie stayed alive for the 5 minutes I was here. The tree, I'm assuming. I don't know. I mean, I hope you stayed alive, Lizzie.
We would hope so.
Yes. Stephie finished counting. Wow. That's a lot of handwritten words.
That like makes my hand hurt, like just thinking about it. Like cramping up now, like just in like pure like PTSD. Like, oh my goodness.
PTSD, muscle, memory flashback. Yeah.
Yes.
802 words this sprint. Awesome. Silver Ashley has a history teacher named Mrs. Boring, and history was her favorite class subject, but that was the first name that popped into her head. See, I remember stuff about my viewers' stories when they come to my streams. Gonna just keep the name because it's grown on me. I mean, you're the author, so do it. Floats your boat.
Right.
I got choose save the cat beats done. Also, yeah, yes. I was putting it off for a while because I wanted to find 2 photos that I had taken on my 9th birthday, and like it was a big deal that I had those photos, but I can't for the life of me find them. And I'm like, I'd rather have another video out than like postpone this thing to oblivion. So, handwritten, yes, that is impressive. Who murdered the poor innocent tree? So Forest updated its app so that it doesn't clearly state who killed the tree. I was looking at the stats of people, like of their like live trees to dead trees, and it looked like there were maybe 2 people who like didn't have 100% like alive trees. So it has to be one of them, but I don't know who it is. So yeah.
I just like always thought with doing like the group Forest app, that's just terrifying. And I mean, that just really holds people accountable to like not back out of the app. But like that was always so frightening to me because I was always scared that I would like swipe out of it on like accident or habit or something, and then everyone would like blame me. I didn't do it, but like it wasn't me, I promise. But I was
no. I just
scared.
lock my phone and like don't
that's
look
smart.
at it. Like if your phone is locked and you're not touching your phone, you can't be the one who messes it up. So
Right.
Had to transfer my plot onto flashcards to get a grip on what I was missing. That's what I did. Okay, the handwriting. Yes. Today the protagonists are going to gift each other new kittens. That's cute. Also a ton of, responsibility.
For sure.
I was bad and started writing my novel before Nano. 60K words. 60 words is okay, right? Yeah. I misread that 60K. I was going to be like, wow. But yeah.
Just like chalk it up to like outlining and trying to figure out where the book starts or something so that you like haven't actually started it yet.
Yeah. You're just doing brainstorming. Last minute brainstorming. Okay. I think I was the one who stayed alive. Well, it certainly wasn't the tree. So start another research for my world building. Cool. What are you researching? Sin says I get like 10 words handwritten and then I'm done for. I mean, I can do a bit more than 10, but yeah. Devesha is saying we should shame the people who killed the tree. I honestly don't know. But I'm not above shaming people who've killed the tree. I've done it when I was running the tree for Brooke Passmore's sprints before. I'm one of those people. I apologize.
That's funny.
Stig was also on the shame train. Silver said, you are probably the first one to even care enough to remember my friends and family just smile and nod along at this point. Oh, about your story. Oh, that's sad. I just don't really tell my family about stuff. I tell one cousin, and she subscribed to my newsletter. So when she saw the email about like, oh, I'm doing this for my nano project, she's like, oh my God, I remember you telling me about this on your 18th birthday. I was like, that was so long ago.
That's so cute though.
Yeah. Oh, Hazel was having technical errors. So they killed the tree. That's okay. Yeah, Nia said exactly, Sarah, I won't even touch my phone. Renata said, shame on them, shame on their cow. Okay, Mushu. Sin got the Mulan reference also. Devesha said, you're forgiven. Okay, Stig, I had the opening line so clear in my head, I just had to jot it down. That's totally fair. Renata said I need to do that for my opening. Blah. Hey, Shanice. It's been a while. Nice to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know you were live. Yeah, I am now live 3 times a week through the end of November because I'm crazy, but I'm also volunteering with the Mighty Pens. And, they needed people to do sprints, and they're raising money for a good cause. So I thought, why not? Mostly Victorian morals and the era in general. Basically, it's a big England is big baddie and shocks no one. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Ranting about it to them helps me process. Okay, about your story. Yeah. Oh, no, it's just I have family and they're all like very supportive, but then they'll ask me a million questions. And then if I'm like, oh, I haven't worked on it in a while, they'll be like, why not? I'm like, well, I'm doing this thing called college. And now the answer is, well, now I'm doing this thing called grad school. So
yeah,
like,
just a little thing called that.
But, like, I don't need them pressuring me to like do a lot of writing.
Yikes.
I don't know why I marked myself in the comment, but I don't know what that means. Oh, you replied to yourself. Ah, gotcha. That's funny. I need to get back on my book, but no motivation. Are you going to work on it for Nano? Oh my God. I didn't read the whole story, but I helped Shanice write her synopsis, which she then sent to agents and then got a full request. Did anything happen after that? I feel like I would remember if something else happened after that, but I can't remember. Oh, there was you were asked to make some revisions, right? And you weren't sure if you wanted to because the agent was perfect, but you weren't sure if you wanted to make the revisions, or is that someone else? I like talk to so many people who are like at different parts of the stages. I'm like, I don't want to overlap. Thank you, Stig. I might just start what Honeydew is the second name, right? Shoot, I already forgot your awesome pen name for whatever romance you're gonna write in the future. Dewdrop, Honeydew. Dewdrop.
That's what it was, because it started and ended with dew.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I got an R&R. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm not crazy. Okay, it is 8:31, so we're gonna start the next sprint. I'm gonna remember to do the timer this time.
What does R&R stand for, really quick?
Oh, revise and resubmit. Yeah.
Thank you.
I know that because I was a literary agent, assistant, intern, more intern than assistant, but yeah. Okay, awesome. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. That was the end of the third sprint. I realized I forgot to put the banner up this time. My bad. How did everyone do?
I finished writing out what video ideas I think I'm going to make in November. In no particular order. It's just like a short list for me to draw from. If I like don't have a video and it's like the night before or whatever and I have to like quick film one, it's just like nice to have like a consolidated list.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I finished that. So in our next sprint, I'll get back to world building and whatnot.
That's cool. Shanice replied, no, I decided to make the revisions because he is her dream agent, and the revisions made sense. Cool. I said, if someone kills the tree, it's not me because they didn't join. The tree lived. I changed spots in my room because I almost fell off my chair for the second time in a week, and I was like, nope. That's why I have a purple wall behind me. Oh, how?
Yeah.
So it's a rolling chair, and the first time I normally roll all the way over to where I need to go because it's a rolling chair, and I'm like, oh, don't be stupid. And this, like a few days ago, I just didn't. Like I thought I was close enough that I could reach something, and it just fell under me, and I like bruised my rib and my like right side. So I'm a bit sore from that. Still.
Oh my gosh.
It's mostly okay, but then I picked up my dog, which Stig noticed, and I'm sure other people did too. And I put her back on the ground, and then I went to sit back on my chair, and my butt like just hit the edge of it and sent it going backward. I was like, you know what? No, I'm done with the chair for tonight.
Oh my gosh.
I love it, but I was like, I don't have it in me to deal with this like so soon to the last time.
Yeah.
Silver said, I know R&R is rest and relaxation. I mean, it is, but yeah.
That's what I read, but it was in like an agent context, and I was like, I'm not far along enough in the process to actually know if that doesn't mean rest and relaxation. Because I'm sure that's not what an agent wants.
It's revise and resubmit, which is kind of the opposite of rest and relaxation for an author.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Stig needed a good name for a spaceship that foreshadows its crew's faith and how they split up at the end of the book. Currently, it's cargo ship The Fallen Star, but it's a little too on the nose. And then someone said, Stephie said, spaceship Splitsville should be subtle. Stig complimented my dog. Her name is Riley. She's a Havanese. They're called Velcro dogs because they give you no personal space. Like once they've bonded to you, like you will never be alone again. And then they're called silk dogs because they just feel really soft. And they're hypoallergenic because they have hair instead of fur.
Nice.
Yes, it did go by fast. These are going by really quickly.
They are.
I don't know why. Sin 748, congratulations. Finished the editing I needed to do for the day. That's awesome. It's great to meet a goal. Published blog post about being a semi-nano rebel and added tags. That's important and very cool. Another She Beats done. Awesome. Where are you? Like, how far are you into it? Because you said you did 2 earlier and 2 now. So you've done 4 on this stream, but I'm just wondering how far you are. If you're jumping around, then, whatever. I'm working on different female characters because I mostly like to make males, and I need to work on female characters. Yeah. I mean, everyone has, like, something they're really good at, and then they need to work on, like, balancing out their abilities. Like, I'm really good at dialogue and descriptions I need to work on, and I can't draw for shit. But that's not something I need to teach myself right now for my books.
Yeah, you should start that right before I go, like going into Nano.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you have the time.
Totally. It's not like, I have a big presentation that's 25% of my grade on Monday.
Oh, of course not. Just, blow it off. It's fine.
I spent the entire time trying to figure out how to use the Force app. May join next time now that I know how to use it. Cool. Joined in for the last 10 minutes. I got another sticky note of outline done. Awesome. Also, hello, Jordan. Thank you for joining us. Watching a new video by Lindsay Ellis while working in the stream. I'm way too late for bed. You should go to sleep, honestly. But thank you for being here, as always. Renata, finished my research and the first part of my world building. Honestly, I think it never ends. Well, Sarah, you want to talk about it?
Not really. It's painful. I mean, I love it. It's just, it never ends. It just really never ends.
I'm just checking something to see if Didn't you do world building with Keelan for one of the other 2 virtual retreats?
Yeah, for the first, because there have been 2 so far. So for the first one, we did a live stream about it.
Yes.
It was more of us like fangirling about like different like kinds of world building that we really enjoy and like have enjoyed in like movies and books and stuff. But it was so much fun.
I watched some of it, but then my mom was like, "Oh, it's dinner time. Devices off," so I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
That's okay.
But yeah,
it was fun though.
I'm sure it was. I need to go back and watch the whole thing in its entirety. Yeah, I kind of world build when I have to. Like I just do it as I need it. But sometimes it's great, and other times I'm like, wow, I really should start planning ahead more.
Yeah, I'm like getting to the point where I thought I was doing a lot, but not in any of the areas that the book actually needs it. It's okay. It's a learning process. I'm making progress.
That's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
Nia said, making a beach-themed timer for my live stream during the Nano Relay on November 14th. Very cool. What time slot are you going to be in? I'm going to be doing 11 a.m. to noon.
I think I'm doing 1 to 2.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if you're asking me or if you were asking Vixens of Fiction, but I'm in that
too.
No,
I was asking both of you.
Okay.
To answer your question, Nia, it says share screen, and then if you're in Chrome, it gives you an option to share a Chrome timer. Or if you have like the thing open in Safari, you could just say share your Safari window. But I normally just do a Chrome timer because I can only use StreamYard through Chrome and not Safari. So next, I'm going to make a fairy tale library timer. Oh, that sounds cute.
That sounds like so much fun.
First you R&R, so later you can R&R. Yeah. Revise and resubmit so you can rest and relax.
I like how that could also go the other way though. Like if you need a break, like you can relax and rest and then go into like revision.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we love them little Velcro babies. Yes, our pets are the best. The sprints seem a little long for me, but that's just because you can draw pretty quickly. Yeah. When I write, they seem super. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay Ellis is great. I haven't watched her videos in a while though, so I really need to catch up. My cat is still sleeping with me. Oh, kitty. I'm not one of those dog people who hates cats. I think I'm more of a dog person than I will ever be a cat person. Even though I like how cats are independent, I think I'd always want a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Forgot to say hello. That's okay. I said hi for both of us. Honestly, mood. I'm not sure what that is in response to, Renata. It might be in response to Jordan. I'm not sure. Yeah, I brought up the Omegaverse thing in my law class in my publishing program, and he was like, well, you can technically trademark a word. And I'm like, great. So there's a whole alpha thing, like, 2 summers ago, I think, and it was just like a whole mess where everyone's like, wait, I can't use the word alpha, and it's like, well, yes, you can, but technically no. It's weird.
That's wild.
I mean, I have alpha in my title for my 3rd book, and it's been fine, but it was just a very weird situation where people were like, you can't do it, and it's like, but it was done, but also, yeah. I feel like I world build by the seat of my, yeah, that's me. But that doesn't count the months, some years I spend in those worlds before they go down on paper. See, like, I think of the story maybe for a really long time, but like, I don't necessarily think of the world for a really long time. Got 7 to 8. Cool, Nia. Devesha has 9 to 10. Ooh, I love how so many of us are going to be part of that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I like soft world building. Yeah, I do that. November 14th is correct. Sorry, I'm getting tweet notifications from Jesse Elliott, who's another author tuber who does writing sprints. And is the organizer of Wander Writers Retreat. I love all animals, but I mostly grown up with cats because my mom hated dogs. How can your mom hate dogs? I'm sorry. No judgment, but kind of judgment. Yeah, well, that was stupid because she wasn't allowed to do it the way she did it, and her cease and desist were stupid. But yeah, I think both of them, I think Cockygate and Alpha happened either within the same summer or like really in a close period of time. I outlined the plot and pants the world, hope it ends up all right. Yeah. I can get lost in world building. It's not that I don't like it. It's just like, I don't know. My brain doesn't really work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Stephie. Hello, sorry. I don't know why I said, I was reading Steffi's comment, but I clicked on Sid's because the comment jumped. I was like, there's no way I messed that up. Yeah. Yes. Hello, Sid. We have one more sprint to go. I will start it soon. I love cats because they don't drool. My dog doesn't drool.
Okay, that's really funny.
Cats have killer nails. Don't. My dog has really sharp nails. I mean, like, we get them cut regularly, but they're still really sharp, especially because she really likes to, like, lick my hand for some reason. So she'll, like, take my hand and, like, pin it down while she licks it. I don't get her sometimes. Okay, I'm going to set up the next room. Next and last room for the night. And then we will probably have time at the end to chit-chat a bit.
Awesome.
Okay. The code is 3SSDAFF. 3SSDAFF. I honestly wish they'd let you like create a custom code instead of these random ones, but we'll see.
I mean, you could always like email the company and just be like, hey, here's a feature I want.
They put out a survey and that was something I asked for, but I've also emailed the company and been like, hey, like I know for a fact that I've gotten a lot of people to buy your app. Can you like partner with me on something? And they like never responded. Okay, I asked, and they never responded. I'm like, I might try again in the future when I have more subscribers.
Though. Good for you. That's awesome.
I was just like, you know what? Like, I feel like this is the most evidence I'm ever going to have to make a case for myself for a sponsorship. So I was like, I could try.
I think that's awesome.
Renata said, I like it, but I think we put the Tolkien method on a pedestal. Sometimes we have to chill and focus on the story instead of world building. Silver, go to sleep. Yes, if you're tired, go to sleep. But thank you for coming. I loved having you here, and I will be streaming again on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as usual. Sin is going to sleep because it is 3 a.m. in the morning where they are. So yes, go to sleep. Thank you for coming. And again, I will be streaming on Sunday. Yeah. People who are sleepy, go to sleep. That includes you, Stephie Faye. Okay, 4 people are in the room. It is 9:06. Sarah, do you want to? Whoop, someone else just jumped in. Okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more time to see if anyone else wants to jump in. So you're going to go back to naming people, right? Not things, or people and things?
Oh, I actually did have a question if anybody wants to try and help me out with this. I'm trying to figure out if 7 years or 12 years would be better for like
Someone to
2
be in
friends.
prison.
What?
Sorry, I was expecting you to say for someone to be in prison, like in Harry Potter.
No, not quite. How long or like which one would be better for people to become really close friends before someone has to like leave for several years? And then they would come back and still be friends. Would that be 7 years or 12 years? I know that they're like kind of comparable, but I'm wondering like what
I mean, I would say 12 unless you like have a reason that it has to be shorter.
No, and I think that 12 would make more sense with the character's age anyways, which is something else I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to like I have multiple characters and I'm trying to figure out their ages on. So I'm okay, maybe I'll do 12.
I vote for 12. I don't know if other people are going to vote in the comments. Please do for Sarah.
Okay. Thank you. Because that's one of the things that I have to like figure out during the sprint.
Yeah. She'll watch the chat to see what you all think. So think about it.
So
People weigh in.
yes.
Stephie said, I'm on it. I swear, currently brushing teeth while watching on the phone. You rock, Stephie.
Awesome.
Okay. It is 9:08. I'm going to start the next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
So I have
that's the end of the final sprint. Let me take the code off. Again, I forgot to put the banner up. Whoopsie.
It's all good.
So Hazel said 12. Jordan spoke from personal experience, said it could be 7. Mercer came in. We just finished our last sprint. I'm so sorry, but thank you for being here. Legit thinking to name the police force in my book who hunt people with fire powers, firefighters. I mean, I kind of like it.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of great.
I kind of like it. How'd you do?
Good. I went off of Hazel and Jordan's numbers to try and help give me a better timeline for that. So I was basically, honestly, it felt like I was writing a math problem. Like if somebody's here for this long and then they're there for this long and this is happening for this long, like here's how old they would be. Like that's what was happening.
It kind of does sound like a math problem.
Yeah. And then I would like make the numbers different to try and like see how I liked that ratio instead. It was just a lot. So that's what I worked on.
I switched over to homework. I read one full article and I was 3 pages away from finishing the second article. They're due Monday in addition to my presentation. So I was like, I should start reading them. One of them is about this Scandinavian show called Scam, S-K-M. S-K-A-M. Wow. And it's a show that's completely on social media and it unfolds in real time. So, and then they did Scam Austin, like set in America. And I was just like, now I might need to watch it. I don't know. Like it's for class and I don't need to watch it for class, but the article is for class. And now I'm like, oh, do I want to add another thing to my plate that I'm possibly obsessed with? The answer is no, but I might after NaNoWriMo.
That seems like a good thing to put off until the end. You can like reward yourself with that.
Yeah. How are 20 minutes passing so fast? I honestly don't know. Normally I don't feel like it goes by this fast. This stream just feels like it flew by. More so than other ones. So I don't know. Did 2 points of the 3-act structure outline. Very cool, Stig. Mercer just woke up. I'm doing another one on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Holly got 2 more beats done, so that means 6 beats this stream. Awesome. Tried to write pen pal letter, but then realized I needed to add a scene before the letter. Okay. I mean, at least you know now. Firefighters is cool. Yeah, I agree. My police force is called Bright Eyes because they have bright eyes, chemically enhanced. Cool. Stephie is still here. I thought you were going to sleep. Stig loves Scam. And so does Jordan. Okay, it's Norwegian, not Scandinavian. My bad. Okay, I will watch it, but not before Nano's over.
Smart.
So good. Wrote a fanfic about it. Yeah, my article mentions the number of fanfics that were written for it. It mentioned all the different countries. 4,000 fanfictions were written about the characters. And then other countries have produced their own versions of the show. So clearly it's very popular.
Wow.
Scam France. Yeah. That's the first country that my article mentions aside from Norway and the United States. So many plans until after Nano. Yeah, I mean, that's always the case. Jordan finished chapter 3's outline. Congratulations. Lizzie loved the stream. We're great at collabing with each other, Sara.
Oh, thank you, Lizzie.
Yeah, thank you, Lizzie. I was so excited when Sara was like, yeah, I'll be on your channel. I was like, yes.
I loved how I got to like pick the forest, like trees and stuff too. That's such a fun like perk, we'll call it. Like that was cute. You like sent me the options and I was like, ooh, I get to decide.
Yeah. I'd love to have you back another time, Sara.
I would love to.
Probably not until December though, unless I can like.
Oh yeah, no, my November is busy enough. I do not want to add anything to it because I want to actually get stuff done too.
Yeah. I kind of like booked out all my co-hosts for November, like in September end of September / start of October, because that way I'm like, okay, if I have co-hosts, I won't cancel any of my streams because I'm like not feeling up to it, and that will keep me more productive.
I totally agree. It's like, well, I can't cancel on this person.
Yeah.
I feel so guilty. Like I'm way better at not canceling streams than I am like canceling hanging out with my friends. Like I cancel on my friends way more than I should. But then like when it's a stream, I do not think I've canceled the stream. Because I did once when it was like my own that I didn't have a co-host on, but like all of my ones with co-hosts, I have been like, I have to be there.
I canceled one because I realized it was in conflict with like a giant like AuthorTube wide like event, and I don't remember which one it was, but I had uploaded a video where I was like, no sprint today, sorry. Renata wants to watch Shameless, but it's like 10 seasons. Shameless has Emmy Ross on, right? I think. I've never watched it. I hear it's really good. I'm in bed, that counts. I mean, I'm also in bed and I'm awake and on screen and clearly not sleeping. So I don't know if it counts, Stephie. Sorry. That went by so fast, but I got a lot done. Awesome. Jordan dreams of having fanfic of her work made.
Totally agree with that.
I don't know. Like, I think it would be cool, but I don't know. That feels so weird to think about.
Yeah.
Scam Italy was the T, though. Okay. T2, my bad. Okay, so there are multiple versions of Scam I would be watching. So definitely not until after Nano. Yeah. Our names rhyme. Yes, they do. Fan fiction and TV series, top 2 goals. Yeah, I think I would want a TV series of my stuff before I would necessarily say I want fan fiction, but both are really cool.
I want fan art.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's always so much fun to like, I don't know. I like used to sort of be able to draw, but now it like takes too much time and it like kind of annoys me because I'm a perfectionist and like I can't
I'm the same way.
fix it in the way that I want to fix it. And so like I don't draw anymore, but I'm like, whenever I love a book and I look up fan fiction for that book, it's like my favorite thing to see how other people have chosen to like depict these characters, that I would like love to see that of mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not taking the Anne Rice approach to fanfic. She hates fanfic.
I did not know that.
I think I knew that because Kate Kavanaugh mentioned it in her video about Anne Rice, which was the same video in which she talked about J.K. Rowling and like, you know, can you separate like a problematic author from their work?
Right.
OMG, no, I couldn't imagine having the energy for someone. Oh, right. I think Anne Rice sends like cease and desist or something to fan fiction authors or something. It was crazy. Whatever.
But it's such flattery.
I know.
That's okay. Wild. Anyways.
Some people are weird. So your videos are planned. You did a giant math problem about your characters. You named people at the start, or you said you were working on it. I don't know if you ended up doing it.
Have not chosen final names, but I've come up with like smallish lists for 2 or 3 characters.
Okay.
As well as like what to call like a group of people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool and productive, and I'm sure necessary.
Yeah, it's just time consuming.
Yeah. Anne Rice prosecuted fanfic writers back in the day, scaring them to take their stuff down, which is how fanfic went underground in the 90s and 2000s. It's gotten better, though, I hear.
Yikes.
Yeah. Wait, she has gotten better, or just fanfic has gotten better in that, like, people no longer look at you weird necessarily if you say you write fanfic?
I think it's the latter, but it might be both.
Yeah, I'm assuming the latter, but I'm now curious about the former.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do it anymore. Okay. And platforms like AO3. Oh, shoot. I knew what that meant, and then I forgot. Someone tell me what it meant.
I had no idea. I had no idea they offered lawyers.
I ain't
That's
either.
so cool. Wow.
Good for them.
Yeah, no kidding. That's awesome.
But why can't I think of what AO3 means?
I'm going to look it up.
Thank you, Sarah.
Archive of our own?
Okay. Of our own. Those are the 3 O's. Oh, AO cubed probably is what's supposed to, like,
Yeah.
Okay, it is 9:40. I don't know if we want to Archie of our own. Yeah, the article compared Riverdale Scam to Riverdale, and I feel like that's an insult to Scam.
That's really funny. She's a bold statement.
It's like Riverdale in content, and I'm like, I highly doubt it, based on what the rest of the article said.
You'll have to let us know after you watch Scam, if it is.
Yeah.
If you
I would say that I'd vlog it, but I film on my phone, and I feel, and I what I get the feeling of is that I'd want to be watching the clips on Facebook Watch through my phone rather than through a laptop or something.
Sure.
Because they said that they post the clips for the episode on Facebook Watch, but they, at least for Scam Austin, and then all the characters have Instagrams.
I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I might have to look that up.
J.K. Rowling actually did a lot for fanfic. She was one of the first big writers to say they liked it, and kind of made the Potter fans one of the biggest and most unified fandoms out there.
Interesting.
Okay, Stig. I'm surprised YouTube didn't eat that comment. I mean, I'm happy it came through, but
it doesn't care. I think it's if you say it when you're monetized, the video gets demonetized. But if you have it on screen, it doesn't matter.
No. I mean, I was trying to say that America was a shit show in a comment, and it got eaten by the thing, and it had to be approved. And I was
Seriously?
Yeah, I was really surprised. It was on a live. It wasn't in a normal comment.
I wonder if whoever's stream that was on somehow set up special restrictions.
Oh, maybe.
If part of their demographic, I don't know, wasn't 18 or something, and wasn't certain words weren't allowed. That's really interesting, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with cussing. Yeah, my professors don't assign stuff that they write, which is, kind of nice for them. Let me see who wrote this. The article, Scam, the radical teen drama that unfolds one post at a time, written by DT Max for The New Yorker. So, Stig said, Norwegian Scam has its own homepage where you could read group convos and see clips in real time. So if something happened at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, yeah, that's exactly what the article is saying. So aside from that apparently very wrong opinion, it seems like the article has done a good job. Okay, Jordan and Renata and Stephie and Lizzie all said that that this comment doesn't show up for them. So on the YouTube side, it's not appearing, which is interesting.
Huh. That's really interesting.
And Mia said you can set up auto restrictions. Okay, I didn't mean to. I'll see if I can like fiddle with that. Yeah, they all have Instagram accounts you could follow where they would do pics from parties or school or hang out with their friends at McDonald's. Very immersive. Apparently, yeah. So we'll see. I'll probably do it because it sounds way too intriguing not to at this point. But no reason to apologize, Stig. I mean, I'm a nerd fighter, and one of their main things is to be, unironically enthusiastic about stuff. So. The comment shows for you or does not show for you?
Well, if they're the one that sent it out, wouldn't they be able to?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's stop the scam talk. Sara, do you want to plug anything?
Sure. I'm just gonna plug like my last 2 videos because I had so much fun making them. One of them was my writing room tour because I just got my writing room all set up. I did not sit in there today because I normally work off of like natural light when I'm in there because otherwise it's very dark on live streams. But I got that set up and I gave a tour, and then I filmed a video called Telling You Everything and Nothing About My Novel, where basically I was answering questions and revealing lines and talking through that. And like I had so much fun filming those. And so if y'all want to go check those out, I would love that. So that's me.
Yeah, her channel is linked down below. Those videos are great. I really love the second one. I already forgot the title of it. I'm sorry. I just like in my head, I'm like, oh, it's the one where she reads lines from her story.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Renata just quickly said, never trust shows with more than 5 seasons, and I totally agree. I think if it's on the CW, don't trust a show with more than 3 seasons, honestly. But in general, I don't really trust shows with more than 5 seasons. Anyway, my outro. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author of young adult paranormal romance. I make videos about writing and about musical theater, and I host writing sprints 3 times a week for the foreseeable future through the end of NaNoWriMo. I host them on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like tonight, and on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I normally have a co-host, and we use the Forest app, and I am doing this all to support the Mighty Pens, which is an organization that is this year donating to NaNoWriMo, but also Every Mother Counts, because it is run by authors Kat Brower and Susan Dennard, and Susan Dennard almost died while giving birth earlier this year. So Every Mother Counts is very important to her. So yeah, that's me. And